Hey guys, how's it going? Welcome to another Juicemotoparts tutorial. Today I'm going to talk a little bit about mounting your engine. It's not always the best case environment to work from your bicycle engine. You can snap a mount, everything kind of gets in the way. So when I do any kind of engine work, and this goes for even other engines, I like to have some kind of mount that I can work on. Today I'm going to show you guys how to make that. So the goal here is that you want to make something that works and doesn't break the bank. So in this case, this engine mount, before I get into the finer details, I just want to make it known that a lot of these are stock scrap parts that you have laying around, and that this isn't the only way to do it. The idea here is to get as creative as you can, use a lot of the scrap materials that you would otherwise have or not have access to. So a lot of these are made from old parts. So the first thing you want to obviously have is an engine. Once you have your engine, you can get a feel for the angles that are involved and exactly how you can mount it. So what I have here is a 60cc motorized bicycle engine. So that's fine. Make sure you have all your mounts laid up. You have all your bolts lined up. The first part you're going to need is a base, something that makes that when you mount your engine on, it's going to stay flat, flush to the ground. In this case, I'm using some old aluminum stock that was cut. It was used for some old project. I don't even know what it was, but as long as you have some kind of base, fairly wide base, then you're good to go. This is just a piece of wood. After you connect your bolts, sometimes the bolts protrude from the bottom, so the wood just kind of gives everything a platform so that it lifts up off of the ground a certain amount, so that it gives clearance to the bolts. After you're done with that, this next step is probably going to be the most difficult of all of them. If you have access to a welder, what I have here is some low carbon steel stock, as well as some low carbon steel flat stock as well. What I did was, with some L brackets, I welded the sides over here. What that does is that gives it some support. This is going to be the rear mount. After you're done welding, you could even figure out a way to put some bolts in there as well. I just thought welding was the best case for this scenario, because welding really keeps things together. Afterwards, you can drill out some kind of bolt pattern, stick it onto the base, simulate that same thing, drill out the same bolt pattern on the base, and that's your rear mount. Now the front mount can become a little tricky because one, it's on an angle, if you noticed. So in my case, what you can do is you use the rear mount to sort of get an idea of where things are going to line up, where the front mount is going to line up. What I have here is I have a Stick by Parts front mount adapter. It's traditionally used for mounting onto your bicycle frame. But what I did was I slightly bent it. I gave it a bit of an angle so that when I have it connected, it's going to mount my engine flush, and it's going to stay just like that. I have some. I would then have some M6 bolts that bolt on through the plate, and then that holds the sucker right in place. So it does an excellent job. Right now I don't have it all bolted up, but it does an excellent job of doing that. And then there you have it. You have a very simple, easy to fabricate design, and it holds everything perfectly in place. You can do tons of work. Something that I highly recommend, and you probably end up spending close to nothing for it. So yeah guys, that's my engine mount. If you guys have any comments, if you have any feedback, feel free to comment. And as always, if you need any more information, check out our Juicemotoparts high performance tip section. And as always, get juiced.